Hey everyone, Chris here. I love a good heavy game. That's why I'm doing my top 10 favorite heavier or main event kind of games of the evening. None of these are necessarily going to be the heaviest games of the year, but they're my favorite games that are kind of that big mainstay. You're going to need to take a breather after you play this one. Don't want to play multiple of these in the same kind of evening because they're bigger, they're involved. So here we go, my 10 favorite from 2025. Number 10 is Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. This is a game from Chip Theory Games, the heaviest on this list physically, just massive, huge, untenable, how big and heavy it is. But it's such a cool adventure game as you're going through using your dice, a very interesting, clever mitigation and dice resource management systems in order to go out and adventure and fight and go through these stories. It's incredibly well done, very rewarding, but very involved. So that is Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. Number 9 is going to straight to Eurotown. This is Orlloy, the Prague Astronomical Clock. This is a really cool worker placement game that also uses its worker placement of sorts. It has this clock, this kind of gear type mechanism. As you upgrade on tracks, you can manipulate the clock face and the gears and stuff better. And there's a lot going on in it. It's really thematic towards the actual clock in Prague, and it has nice allusions to it. I really appreciate that the thematic stuff you learn from it. It's not necessarily that it brings theme to make it easy to learn. It does not. But as you see the connections between the actual stuff, you think, oh, that's really neat. Good set collection, good worker placement, and tracks. Did I mention tracks? I love a good track. So Orlloy by number 9. Number 8 is Tend, the biggest roll and write game that I've ever seen. This is a massive, enormous box, especially if you get the deluxe edition, right? But this idea that you will flip over and reveal cards, and then you also then take those actions, 2 of them each round, to go explore in the forest or explore in the caves or to build up your farm or to go fishing. Lots of different mini games and stuff, all kind of around this neat little flip and write type system. And they jokingly, Ivy Studio calls it like a flip and scratch and explore and draw and stamp and write and everything. It is all of those things. It's an involved game, but it's really neat. So Tend by number 8. Number 7, we're going to go to the Star Trek universe with Star Trek Captain's Chair. This game is super cool. It really brings that theme. It really sets you in that world, and I love playing the captains, particularly that I know, because there's a lot of keywords. There's a lot going on. It's a very involved game, but every card gives you plenty of options of what to do with it. Do you want to play it for its immediate actions? Do you want to, even with those actions, sometimes there's more than one option amongst them. Do you want to put them as crew members into your ship, or where do you want to put your ships, your different fleet and stuff out there? You're going to fight for stuff in the middle. It's based on the Imperium deck building system. I've not played the original, but I really, really enjoy this one. I think this is a nice refinement from everything that I hear. I don't really need to play the original personally. I like what this one brings. So yeah, an involved card game, but Star Trek Captain's Chair is super fun. Number 6, Tycoon India 1981. This game looks like it takes place in a much older time period. It has that brass Birmingham look to it. But this is about the 80s industrial boom, economic boom that India went through. It is fascinating. It has a very complex and complicated endgame scoring. Just to explain, the actual phases, the auctions of the game are maybe not super difficult, but it is hard to see how everything ties in together with that scoring. You need to try to win in both scoring categories, lest those two people who control those two scoring categories go to the tiebreaker. How much effort do you put into the tiebreaker? Very economic game, very tight, lots of tracks, very rewarding. But you have to be okay going into debt and stuff because you'll take debt in this game. So that's Tycoon India 1981. Number 5 is Sweetlands. Sweetlands is a beautiful, gorgeous, funky themed Euro game as you're playing these things that are clearly inspired by a lot of other well-loved heavier games. Terra Mystica and Terraforming Mars and some of that stuff are the clear inspirations here. And I really enjoy building out all of your cool candy and ice cream buildings and stuff around your map as you're trying to move up these different tracks, and as you build more of the same type of building, you're getting lots of bonuses, but you're encouraged to build cities of varying and different types of buildings. Cool card play, multi-use cards and stuff as you're using them to pay for worker placement actions. There's a lot going on. It's a long game, but it's so charming. A lot of variability, and a ton of fun. I really do enjoy Sweetlands. Next up, number 4 for me, Speakeasy. Vital Lacerda almost could have made 2 games on this list, but I did not include his lighter game that came out this year, House of Fado, just because this one is a little bit more of like that evening big mainstay game. Speakeasy has that cool crime theme, the mobsters going out there in Manhattan, and you are fighting not the other players, but you're fighting as new gangs run by the game itself are coming over, taking over different districts, and so you're trying to run your speakeasies, provide them with booze to sell, and fighting those other rival gangs and stuff is needed. It's got a lot going on, but a cool, for a heavy, very, very involved game. It has a fairly clean worker placement system that's very rewarding and gives you enough while making the game tight. So Speakeasy, I think, a great one. So that's number 4. Number 3, Cretaceous Rails. This one is about running your train lines through Dinosaur World and capturing dinosaurs, and also taking guests out on tours of these dinosaurs, but also cutting down the resources and stuff. It has such a cool card building system to it because you're building up abilities and endgame scoring. There's always these contrasting things that you're trying to accomplish as you want to take tours of guests who want to see different types of dinosaurs, but you also want to capture those dinosaurs before other players capture them. So there's a lot going on. Very interactive, very neat worker placement game. It's Cretaceous Rails. Number 2, Luthier. I love a good music-themed game, and this offers a lot of crunch, has a hidden worker placement kind of game. It's a main system to it where you're placing discs out face down. You don't know what the values are, 1 through 5. You can also add to those with your little assistant chips. You're crafting instruments, you're repairing, you're putting on performances. I love the music theme. I love the attention to detail. I love trying to balance all the things you want to accomplish with this great worker placement system. A lot going on. Beautiful Vincent Dutray artwork. Fantastic theming. So yeah, this is one that I love, Luthier. And lastly, my number 1 is Galactic Cruise. This is such a phenomenal game. It is a Vital Lacerda-esque game, but it also smoothens so much of that onboarding and learning process, but also gives you so much crunch. You're trying to build up your cruise ships. You're trying to build up your infrastructure within the company so that you can make more efficient actions. You are bumping other players' workers, debating, ooh, do I go there? And do I give them a little bit of a bonus by kicking them out? But I really need that spot. Or maybe I can kind of work it around in different ways. There's a lot of opportunities to be really clever in Galactic Cruise. So while it's an involved game, it also makes you feel good in the midst of it all. So that's why it's sitting at my number 1 spot for my favorite heavy game of the year. Now, I normally like a lot of heavy games. A lot of them wind up in my top 10 of the year list, but not all of these ones did. So that's why I wanted to give them a shout out here. Hope you enjoyed this list and hope that you enjoy the rest of the year. Take care, everyone. My name's Chris Yee. I'll see you later.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our channel. We have a lot of videos on our channel. We have live videos that go up each week, from live Q&As to videos where we take a look at the newest stuff on Kickstarter, crowdsurfing, to top 10 lists and more. There's lots of stuff on this channel. We encourage you to explore it. You can find out more at our website, dicetower.com. I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower.